The reason that you keep getting upset when they say the things that they do to you, when they do the things that they do to you, you keep getting upset and frustrated because you keep hoping that eventually they will wake up and change. You keep hoping that one day you'll say this magic word that makes them wake up and realize just how shitty they've been treating you, and they'll respect you. You keep hoping that maybe one day you'll get upset enough that they'll see how much they've hurt you. You keep hoping for a different result every time, and it's not happening. The reason they are not changing is because they know that with you, they don't have to. They know that at most, you'll get mad and maybe not talk to them for a little bit. Maybe you'll slam a couple cabinets. Maybe you'll sleep on the sofa or have them sleep on the sofa. But they know in due time you'll calm down and you'll text them back, or you'll be nice to them again, and you'll act like nothing ever happens, or all they have to do is buy you some fucking flowers or tell you how pretty you look, and you'll eventually come around. Or maybe you're big, bad, and tough, and you actually cuss them out when they're rude to you and you tell them off, but you're actually not big and bad because you're still there. And people like to tell me that my content is just so bold and brash and blunt, but you don't know what the fuck blunt is, because I have been blessed with the presence of strong ass, real ass women throughout my entire life. Back when I was with my abusive ex-husband, I had women who would no longer answer my texts or my phone calls because they were tired of me talking about the same shit over and over again. And they were like, you know what? When you're ready to change, when you're ready for shit to change, when you're ready to shake something, move something, do something, call me. But right now, I'm not going to go through this over and over and over again. I've been blessed with the presence of 2 Italian women who looked at me after I finished venting about the crazy shit my ex-husband was doing to me. They looked at me and said, "And you're going to be stupid and go back to him, aren't you?" So you don't know what blunt is. And it's a fucking shame that in 2005 it's considered this radical idea that's just so blunt and brash to encourage a woman to stand up for her fucking self. You're not big, bad, and tough because you cuss him out and you tell him about himself. You're not. Big, bad, and tough is, fuck this dude. Let me make a plan to get out of this situation. And it might take you a little bit of time to save money and to, figure out what you're going to do with your kids and to do it safely. But I'm going to tell you, like a woman told me back in 2008, once you're done, there ain't going to be no more of this venting. You will be done. And let me tell you, when I finally decided to leave my abusive ex-husband, that was pretty much it. I didn't have anything to say. I was done. And he even noticed a shift in me to where he sat up like, what's going on? And people tell me all the time when I post videos like this, well, a good friend will let you vent over and over again for as long as you want to. Let me tell you something. All those friends that I had that just let me vent and rehash and vent and vent and vent and vent for months and months and months at a time, those were friends who enjoyed the fact that I was down, and they could always look at me and compare, like, at least I'm not like her. Or their life was just as fucking messy, and misery loved company. But those smart women who had confidence, who had a fucking life, and who had shit to do, they didn't have time for it. They gave me a little bit of time to vent so they can get to know what was going on, so they can give me my moment to relieve some stress. And then after a while, it was like, okay, listen, I love you, but I don't like sitting back and witnessing a train wreck happen. It's hurting me knowing what's going on in your life, and there's nothing I can do about it to make you wake up. So it's traumatizing me. I don't want to hear anything about it, but the moment you need help, let me be the first one you call. And those were the women who made this underground railroad, if you will, for me as an abused woman to escape my abusive ex-husband. One thing led to another, to another, to another, to another, and me and my kids got to safety. And I've even heard so many authors and motivational speakers talk about how venting is a temporary release of stress that gives you the feeling of having actually accomplished something when you have not. And sooner or later it'll come full circle and you'll wind up in the same spot over and over again. And I'm going to say something that might also be seen as blunt. Your friends love you, but they also have their own lives and their own stuff going on. And they have stuff that they need to focus on too. They can't sit on the phone with you for hours and hours a day talking about negative things that are happening in your life, because friends who really love you will set boundaries with you, will tell you the truth with respect, love, and sensitivity, because they want you to do better. That's the problem. Now you done pissed me off. That is the problem. Y'all do not know what real friends are. This is why I say I ain't no fucking girl's girl. I'm not. Because y'all seem to think that girls just co-sign every little thing you want to do. And they just go along with it. I'm not that person. I'm just not. Because I love you and I hate seeing you be hurt. I want to be there for you. However, I also have to protect my mental health, and it is traumatizing me to constantly hear my friend be in terrible situations and there's nothing I could do about it. And it's kind of similar to how people are taught to deal with family members who are addicted, who are addicted to illegal substances. At some point, you have to let them go. Because you're going to not only drive yourself crazy, but put yourself at risk of harm. And sometimes it turns into a happy ending, and unfortunately, sometimes it does not. But you equip people with the knowledge and the resources to get the help that they need. You let them know, I'm here for you when you want to, break free. And you have to recognize, this is too big for me. And I remember years ago, this woman was frustrated, and she said, there's no support groups for women who are in narcissistic relationships who just want to vent about it all the time. That's the most unhealthy shit you could be a part of. I've heard so many people say that you are the sum total of the people that you hang around, the things that you are constantly listening to. And if you're constantly listening to women who in some way make it okay to be in a toxic relationship, what do you think you're going to wind up doing? Surround yourself with women you want to be like. Do you want to be free? Yeah. Do you want to be confident? Yeah. Do you want a better life for yourself, and especially for your children who are helpless and have no other choice but to depend on you? Yeah. Okay. Well, you need to hang around those types of people. There was a therapist years ago who told me this. He said it's okay to go through hard times and to vent and to talk about shit that's bothering you, but don't just unpack and stay there for the rest of your life. Let it be a part of the journey of breaking free. And again, when you're ready to turn things around, whether you can just walk out on a random Tuesday, or whether it might take you some time because you got to save money and make a plan that's safe, when you're done, you will be done, and nobody will be able to make you look back and continue on as you once did before.